What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. Okay, well, I wanted to talk about, the set values that we have, but really, on a broader level, what is the cost of playing this game ongoing year after year? And what do I mean by that? Well, the upcoming schedule that I think the team wants to use, and Aggie has talked about this publicly in the Mav chat and maybe even on the town halls, is he wants to get on a 9-month release cycle. So that's like a pretty much a full year, because it would be a 9-month cycle in which the cards are available. Packs would be available for the upcoming set. So maybe something like Rebellion would be available for 9 months, and then you'd have 3-month period where there would be no packs available. Now, again, that's every 12 months, you're introducing a new main set, a new core set, as well as a new mini set, such as Rift Watchers. Well, I want to do a little thought exercise here, because this number really jumped out to me and made me think twice about, I don't know. It's making me think twice about everything in my life, but I wanted to get your thoughts on it. So if we look at Chaos Legion right now, and you take the Chaos Legion set value based on the lowest BCX price here, what you're going to get is $5,600 to max out a Chaos Legion deck, right? And if you look at Rift Watchers, it's about $4,500. So let's just round down, or round to the nearest whole number, and that's going to be 10 grand to play these two sets. Now that is not counting, what you would need for Untamed, but really we can exclude Untamed and Dice for this, because let's just say you're starting from here on out, or maybe in the future. Well, what is that saying? That for each cycle, right, core set and mini set, you would need to spend about 10 grand on cards every single year. Now, I like this estimate mainly because, and maybe you'll agree with me, maybe you won't, but aren't we at a place where cards are at like an all-time low? Maybe not all-time low, but cards, pack sales have stagnated. Cards are sitting at bottom dollar prices based on where people bought them, or at least relative to where people bought them 6-8 months ago. So if the cards are at the bottom right now and this set still costs $5,600, again, even if you take something like Rift Watchers, and let's say Rift Watchers, for example, we're only about 800,000, maybe close to 900,000 packs sold so far. So maybe this has room to go down. Maybe this drops even halfway. So it's like 2,200. I mean, you add that up and we're still looking at $8,000 a year in cards that you would need to spend to play at the highest levels. And that does not include, any gold foils, right? Because right now this is all regular foil. I don't even want to look at gold foil. Maybe we can at the end. But that, to me, to play at the highest levels is kind of an insane investment to make. Now, I was talking to Darkest Night, and hopefully on Sunday we'll get his thoughts on this, because he kind of reeled me back in, even though I don't necessarily agree with him. But for him, he looks at these cards in a certain way as like investing into crypto. And if you believe that the team is going to not only help these cards retain their value, but also hopefully increase their value due to their deflationary nature, and with elements like land or tower defense in the future giving them this other utility, then I can understand that, right? I can understand that perspective and wanting to spend that much. But for me, when I was looking at these numbers, I was just like, man, I cannot imagine spending $8,000 to $10,000 on a game every single year. Now, again, I haven't even spent that much because I don't have a max Chaos Legion deck, and I barely have a Rift Watchers deck, right? I mean, I don't even think that thing is maxed for bronze at this point. But if we want to take a look at, like, let's say gold, for example, right? Because that's where I'm at. So say about 3,200 here for Chaos Legion, plus another 2,600 for Rift Watchers. Again, we can have this down and maybe say that we're about between $4,000 to $5,000 total just to play in gold. Again, $4,000 to $5,000, $8,000 to $10,000. Like, these are large amounts of money to be spending on a game, at least for me. But maybe I'm thinking about it the wrong way. Maybe you can also win a lot of cards. Maybe you can also win packs, win SPS, use that to fuel what you are doing, right? And maybe you're a savvy investor. You wait until we get to the period in which cards are no longer available, and then you start flipping those cards. Again, there's a lot of ways to play this, but from a baseline investment, that number jumped out to me and actually scared me a little, right? It's not that I'm quitting the game or I'm trying to discourage anybody from playing the game, but I am trying to point this out as something like, okay, if we go to this on a 12-month cycle, 9 months on, 3 months off, that's a lot per year. Even if you cut that down in half and say maybe the cycle, the way that Untamed and went and the way that Chaos Legion is going, obviously they're going to be putting in this potential pack burning things to speed things along. But the way that Chaos is going now, if it were to take like the full, 15 to 18 months, and then you have this kind of period of no packs available, that's still a significant investment every single year or every single 18 months. So I just want to get your thoughts on this if you have looked at this or considered it before. But as we go along, how are you feeling about cards holding their value over time? Do you buy that as a good argument? Do you buy that cards are a good investment overall? Are you trusting the team and the team's ability to be able to get, or retain a lot of that value for older cards? Especially, we know alpha, beta are holding their value decently well. Untamed cards are actually quite powerful and usable in modern, so they're still popular now and still priced well. But what happens when Untamed rotates out? What's that going to do for the price of Untamed cards? Granted, those are still some of the most powerful cards in the set, but not all of them, right? You just have some superstars in there. So I'm curious to get your thoughts on this. Like I said, I just wanted to share it with you because I was kind of messing around with the numbers and I was just like, wait a second. If this is what it is every single year, that's kind of insane. And sure, many people are going to be getting other benefits from within the game to help cover and offset those costs. But I'm just curious where your thoughts are on this and how you are thinking about your engagement with Splinterlands over the next couple of years as we potentially move into this 12-month cycle. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I will catch you all in the next one, and I will see you around the game. Take care.